Today's video, we're going to be checking out the Funko Rick and Morty portal gun. Before we get this opened up, let's have a look at the packaging. Actually, the packaging is very similar to the other Rick and Morty portal gun that I got from, I believe it was Halloween Town or something along those lines. But this one was from folks over at Funko, and this one was about $20. I think it was $19.99. I got this at my local comic book store. There's a small parts warning, choking hazard, not recommended for children under 36 months, although there's not really a lot of small components from what I can see on here. The back of the package also advertises the Rick and Morty figures, also which we've looked at on this channel. If you haven't checked those out yet, feel free to give them a gander. You can also head over to my Rick and Morty playlist that will have not only the figure reviews, but everything I've ever done for Rick and Morty. I thought maybe we would have some fun instead of actually pausing the video and, of course, taking everything out of the packaging. I thought I would just do this on camera. I got some little nail clippers here, and if somebody has asked me in the past, how do you remove stuff easily from packaging, the answer I can give them is nail clippers. Granted, of course, when it comes to the larger little fasteners here, little zip ties, it's a little bit more trickier to get the nail clippers around there, but you can see it cuts like a hot knife through butter, providing you can actually get it around. There we go. If anybody thinks that you're cutting your nails in your bedroom, you're actually not. You can tell them, oh no, I'm just opening up my Rick and Morty portal gun. Also, looks like it's got some instructions, which looks like they're buried underneath the clamshell here. Let's see if I can actually, I'm gonna grab a knife. I'm gonna cut these. There we go. And we'll grab the manual. I'd figure we'd mix it up a little bit here so you can actually see how I would do this if I was just to take a break and I'd open everything up. Okay, so a very lengthy series of instructions in multiple different languages. Shows you how to change out the batteries. Batteries are already included, and those batteries, by the way, are 3 AAA batteries. It says switch to on position, press button will trigger sound and light. That seems pretty straightforward. I could have not necessarily needed a whole entire booklet to get me those same instructions, but we'll go with it nonetheless. So here is the portal gun from the folks over at Funko. Your battery compartment is underneath. I suppose they always put screws in there to prevent children from opening this up and swallowing batteries. Back in the day, we would just simply not swallow batteries. You have your on and off switch already set to on. Don't worry, it does work. And you have your speaker underneath there as well. Lights on the front will project an image of the portal onto whatever surface that you have, a wall, a bed sheet, your younger brother's face. Okay, maybe not that last one. And let's have a look again at some of the details on here. We've got the switch, featured in almost like a brownish gray. You have, I guess, coordinates C-137, and then you have the inner workings of the portal dome. I think I'll do a comparison of this portal gun and the other portal gun. I have to just remember where I put it. The inner workings, this dome here, I think was just solid plastic. It was just a dome, and I think it was wrapped in a label or something that had the circuitry inside. This one here is actually sculpted, which is nice. Still translucent green. Let's go ahead and press the button. I don't know if you can see it, but the bottom lights up. And I'm not going to shine this in your face. I won't do that. You can see it does project. Don't worry, we'll do a better job. I'm not going to rob you of that. But the 3 lights light up on the front, and again, your light up on the top. Has some pretty good sound effects. Seeing how many we can count here. That's 2. That's 2 distinct ones. I may be incorrect, but I think it's an opener and a closer sound. So I think there's only 2 sound effects. Handles quite well. I do feel it's a little bit smaller than the other one that I've reviewed, but it does fit well in hand. Not overly heavy. But again, a lot of the weight is further forward than the handle portion, so then it does feel like more of the weight's, of course, sitting to the front than further back. But I think a kid could easily hold this. I mean, I've not necessarily an adult-sized hand. I don't have like one of those giant mammoth-sized catcher's mitt sort of hands. But I think for an adult hand, as best as I have, it fits my hand well. I mean, I can't get my hand completely around it. It does, you know, my little pinky finger is dripping off the edge of it. But I think a kid could easily hold this. Let's go ahead and move the packaging out of the way. We'll go ahead and cut the lights, and we'll see how good the portal actually looks in the dark. Don't check to see if your computer is still working. It is. I've just cut the lights in the reviewing area. Let's go ahead and press the button again. And not only does it project now a much brighter light, but let's also point the camera at, and I don't know, I'm gonna see if I can zoom in here. There we go. All right. It does project a portal. Now, to be fair, it is actually just a image or slide of the portal. It's nothing overly impressive about it. I mean, granted, it could rotate. It could move. The portal itself, that is, not me. My camera is having a tough time trying to figure out what I'm doing right now to zoom in on that. There we go. Works a little bit better, I think, the second time around. And there's the portal again. One of these days, I think I'd like to see a portal gun get released that actually does project an image and spins it or makes it look like it's slightly more animated. Ultimately, with both portal guns that we've looked at on this channel, it's just a slide inside here, and the light is shining through it to project the image on the wall. It's not the most impressive of portals, but it gets the job done for a $20 portal gun. I guess I can't be too much of a stickler for what it needs to do. At a $20 price point, I think it's doing exactly what it should. Yes, the Funko Rick and Morty portal gun isn't all that bad. I feel it is a much nicer step up than the one that we looked at before, where I believe it did have just a sticker around the clear dome. At the very least, Funko sculpted the interior of it, so it feels like it's a little bit more of an upgrade than the one that we looked at before. Ultimately, the portal is still on a disappointing stand because, well, it's just a slide, and you're just simply shining a light through the slide to project it on the wall. Of course, results may vary. The darker the room and the closer the portal gun is to the surface, the clearer and more focused the portal is going to look. From a distance, it ultimately will look a little on the blurry side. And I wish it could have done a little bit more above and beyond just doing that. But again, at a $20 price point, really, what are you expecting? If you want something more elaborate, where the portal is rotating, or doing something other than just projecting a light through a slide, you probably would be expecting to pay about $100 to $200. So $20 ain't too shabby at all. Today we were having a look at the new Funko Rick and Morty portal gun. I picked this up at my local comic book store for $19.99. Price points may vary. If you guys are interested in picking this up for yourself but can't find a comic book store in your area, head over to www.comicshoplocator.com. I'm not sponsored. I think somebody asked me that. Are you sponsored by Comic Shop Locator? No, not at all. I don't even think they would sponsor anybody. But I just say that because if you can't find a comic book store in your area, Comic Shop Locator is your best bet. If you also haven't had a chance to hit that little subscribe button down below, make sure you do so. Of course, more videos will be coming your way. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.